Recently, Yo Yo Honey Singh announced the second part of his album International Villager, which is supposed to contain 20 songs according to sources and is supposed to release in 2024. The fans are expecting many collaborations, including some international names also. While the songs of Honey 3.0 are getting dropped every month and the sequel of Desi Kalakaar has been announced, let's revisit the two albums dropped by Yo Yo Honey Singh and let's compare which one was better. Also, towards the end of the video, I'll share my opinions on the topic. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting with the one that released earlier in 2011-12, International Villager contained 14 tracks and this album featured many artists such as Deep Money, Gippy Grewal, Badshah, J Star, Mani Aujla, Diljit Dosanjh, Malkeet Singh, and many more. The music of the album was produced by the OG Yo Yo Honey Singh, and hence all the tracks were bangers. Out of the 14 songs, some of them blew up and eventually became the chartbusters at that time. Brown Rung was the song through which Yo Yo Honey Singh went viral, and other songs like Dope Shop, Angrezi Beat acted as the supports and added fuel to fire. Considering the relevance, this was the biggest and a landmark album in the career of Yo Yo Honey Singh. Coming to this album, this is the list of songs arranged in the order of my taste, where Brown Rung was and still is my favorite from these. The top 6 songs were then played multiple times on TV and radio stations, and the listeners used to share these songs via Bluetooth. Continuing further, the top 6 songs are the ones which I still listen to sometimes, and from 7 to 10 were also good according to me, mainly because of the music production skills put on display by Yo Yo Honey Singh. And talking about the last 4 songs, before I started researching for this video, I didn't even know that these were part of this album. Also, I heard them for the first time a few days back. These sounded like average Punjabi songs to me, and I couldn't connect to them, primarily because of deep Punjabi lyrics. So overall, in the album, Yo Yo Honey Singh included the fresh urban music production which he wanted to put forward through songs like Brown Rung, Dope Shop, Angrezi Beat, etc. But on the other side, he also included the proper dhol beats and the typical Punjabi sounds which were popular in Punjab. Hence, this album was a balance between the urban and traditional Punjabi sounds with a flavor of Yo Yo's production. The music videos were also shot on a grand scale, which was not very common for the individual artists in the industry back then. Now coming to the other one, the Desi Kalakaar album was released in 2014 with 8 tracks, and unlike International Villager, this was a solo album by Yo Yo. The album features only one artist, that is Lil Golu in stardom, and as a lyricist in some of the songs. Yo Yo was on the apotheosis of his career at the time of the release of this album. He was everywhere. The album was very experimental in terms of sound, music production, and lyrics. The 8 tracks were dropped back to back, and each one was a surprise. The top 2 tracks, Desi Kalakaar and Love Dose, were instant chartbusters and were on the lips of every youngster of the country. The music videos were collecting a lot of views on YouTube. While the music videos of rest of the songs were about to drop, Yo Yo lost control over his health and hence couldn't drop any other music video from this album. The song since released only as audios and gained less views compared to the top 2, but they were also shared through Bluetooth amongst the hardcore Yo Yo fans. The list here shows the ranking of the songs according to my taste, out of which Love Dose and Desi Kalakaar are still my favorites. I'm your DJ tonight, and 1000 Miles also sometimes feature in my playlist due to the amazing beats, and Stardom was my favorite back then because of the beat and the Lil Golu rap part. In terms of music production, this album is now considered very futuristic, but at that time it received mixed reviews as the listeners at that time were oblivious to that kind of sounds. Yo Yo experimented a lot in terms of music production and blended genres and proudly flaunted his music production skills in front of his listeners. The song Chal Mere Ghar, which used to sound weird then, is now considered as the first mumble rap song in India, which was released 9 years ago by Yo Yo Honey Singh, when nobody was doing it then. In terms of music production, Love Doors stands out for me as the sound he used in the song is very unique, and using them, he created something that hooked the listeners. The album contained mumble rap like Chal Mere Ghar, dubstep drops, and hip hop beats like Stardom, and old Bollywood style melody in tanning, topped up with Yo Yo's rap verses, for which the listeners went crazy that time. This album was also a smash hit at the time of its release and shattered many records. The songs were so popular and iconic that even in the absence of Yo Yo Honey Singh, his raps were used in songs like Gal Ban Gayi, where the verse was exactly same as the song I'm Your DJ Tonight. And the response to the Kala Star teaser testifies how iconic this album was. Now let's summarize the differences and similarities between the two albums. While International Villager contained 14 tracks, Desi Kalakaar had only 8. While International Villager was more of a collaboration album, whereas Desi Kalakaar was a solo with only one collaboration. While International Villager made the artist popular, whereas at the time of the release of the second one, the artist was already on the peak of his career, and because of which we see the next difference, that is balance of urban and traditional sounds in the first album and experimental and new sounds in the second one. Now let's move towards the similarities between the two albums. Both the albums were chartbusters. They contained grand visuals and amazing music production. Both albums, International Villager and Desi Kalakaar, were landmark albums according to me in terms of delivering rap music in Indian households, which paved the way for the current hardcore rappers to showcase their skills and popularize rap in India. While Desi Kalakaar was so futuristic that I bet you'll enjoy the songs even if you listen to them today, International Villager is more of a nostalgia for me. Some songs from that album also sound fresh even today. It's very difficult to compare masterpieces, but if forced to pick one, International Villager would be the one for me. You can also share your views in the comments section below along with your nostalgic stories. I'll be more than happy to read them. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as usual, do give a thumbs up if you liked the video, and don't forget to share the video and subscribe the channel. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.